Well, welcome back, art community, and yet again, you have failed me. Just not all of you, obviously, but we're back with the TikTok art lore. Last time we were talking about the My Little Pony redesigns, and this time we are talking about the trend where you redraw your old art. And a specific person in general has been getting a lot of hate, and I think I just want to put in my 2 cents about this. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Mari, or Octowinks, and welcome back for another video, and today I will be going over the Cassypillar drama. Also, by the way, this video is completely on a whim. I literally saw this video right now, scrolling on YouTube. I'll put a few other videos on the situation down below if you want to check those out. But yeah, I think you guys deserve to hear my opinion, because I have a lot to say. And yeah, so I'm going to basically be using this drama to kind of talk about the bigger issues, which encapsulates, the whole TikTok art lore kind of genre, and how harmful it really is to a ton of artists. Because we need to stop this, actually. Alright, so I'm going to put this out there right now. So the speed paint for this video is actually 4 pieces, and they're all the same piece, just done at different times. So some of them are from 2020, so that's why they look like absolute doo-doo, and some are from 2021. Actually, one's from 2021, and then the latest one is from, last week or so. So yeah, that's basically what's going on. I'll talk about it later. Yeah, enjoy the video. I love improving artists. I'm not going to call them a beginner, because honestly, I don't think they are. And Cassypillar, if you're watching this, don't give up. You are an amazing artist, and don't let these people get you down, because they literally don't know what they're talking about. So, first of all, I'm going to start off with the art itself. So here is basically the post. 1, 2, 3 images, and that's literally it. Nothing offensive, nothing bad, literally just their art. Oh, the comments? Oh, actually, I can't see them because they were turned off, sadly, but what I was hearing from people, they were not nice, and what I know about the TikTok art community, I know they were not nice, and let's talk about that. So something that a lot of people don't realize about art and the art journey is that it's not linear. Art can never be a straight line up. There is something called, you improve at a weird kind of pace, sometimes you flatline, sometimes you decline. It's all normal. And I know people know that, and they were saying, Cassypillar is just, blind, and they were, calling their art from now better. And if it's their opinion and they like it better, then that's fine. And having, this weird, kind of wonky, different art style from what you had before is necessary for growth. And that's what people don't understand. I'll show some pictures of mine. My art journey, it's very, very odd. So, actually, in this video, I will be, kind of redrawing this old piece that I used to do, right? So just going on a tangent here about my speed paint for a second. So I used to like the character Odro, and I used to draw him all the time in this kind of pose, and I started off with a very basic anime style, but then I tried to kind of shift to a new style, and looking back on it, I low-key hate it. But at the time I thought it was a lot of improvement. But this weird wonky art style I needed to push me over the edge and get me to have a better art style, in my opinion, which I have now. Because it pushed me kind of towards realism and getting out of this anime kind of black hole that I had been stuck in for so long, and I was able to break free. So yeah, now the speed paint is just going to be me redrawing this piece. So yeah, there's been a lot of improvement. It's been 4 years, so I hope so. But yeah, the time difference between my redraw and Cassypillar's is a huge difference. The difference in their 2 art pieces is that it was only a year apart, and a lot gets done in a year. And I think it's really great that Cassypillar was experimenting with different art styles, because this is something that you can get really trapped in, and if you're not willing to experiment, you're never gonna grow. Even if it doesn't look great, because hey, you're not used to it. If you're gonna try something new, it's not always gonna look amazing, and that's what people need to realize about art. It's not linear. And as someone who is proud of every single art piece they make, I don't think that people should be shaming Cassie for liking their art now, because it's not bad. You guys just don't understand. It's just less conventional, and it's experimental, and that's fine. It's something that they're going to be using as a building block to build up their art going forward. Not every single thing that you guys make is going to be a masterpiece, and people need to realize this. They say, what the heck, this thing that I made is not as good as what I made last week. I must be terrible. Why don't I just quit? But the thing is, you need to think about art as if you're running a 5K, okay? So you're gonna have these moments where you're really, really struggling. You're gonna be running inclines and declines, but in the end, you're still gonna get to your destination, right? And your destination, it's kind of out of reach for a bit. You feel like, I'm never gonna get there, but you do. But unlike a 5K, art never really ends, right? There's no end to this race. So you're kind of just perpetually running, which can scare a lot of people, because you never really know how fast you're gonna improve, or, what your art style is going to look like in the future. It's really just an unknown. If you asked me what my art would look like now, like in 2021, I had no idea. I would have said like, oh, are we still trying My Hero Academia? And I'll be like, kind of, but it took us a while. It took us 4 years to get back into it, you know? You don't really know. And just, I feel like my art style now is so much different. Also, here's some other art that I drew in between. You can see that I did a lot of style jumping. And the thing about art, if you're not willing to put yourself out there and try something new and not be afraid to make it look kind of weird or bad to other people, then you're never gonna grow. Because for the longest time, I was so afraid of drawing the human figure. I would cut off all my pieces right at the freaking shoulders. Terrible idea. If I could go back, I would literally scream at my old self being like, stop doing that. You are literally ruining our chances of getting better, and you need to get out of your comfort zone. Stop trying to make it look amazing every single time that you do it, because it's not. If you're trying to learn something new, you can't just do it right away. You need practice. And art is a craft, right? This kind of ideology that everything an artist makes has to be perfect is hurting everybody. And I feel that most of the people who are spreading this rhetoric online kind of believe this because they are not artists themselves, or they have improved so much that they don't really remember the process. Which, honestly, if that's you, like, why are you doing that? Why do you want to bring down other people? Like, can we not do this in 2024? Like, maybe it's because I'm not 16 years old anymore and I kind of have some kind of moral compass, but guys, with the Sigma, like, oh my god, that was so dumb. But anyway, to anyone who is trying to improve their art, the main point of advice that I could give you is do not be afraid to make ugly art. Open up your sketchbook and literally just draw, and don't be afraid about the little details. Maybe try to draw faster. Maybe try to just get things done. Draw every day. Don't worry about how it looks. Your sketchbook, you don't have to show anyone. Also, if you want to show it to show your art journey, go ahead. But making quote-unquote bad, I don't think Cassie's was bad, guys. Or ugly art is necessary to growing your art. Because another aspect of art is your artistic eye. Okay, so a lot of people, their artistic eye develops faster than their motor skills, right? So sometimes I'm looking at my art and I'm like, what the heck? This looks so bad. Like, I can't figure out why it looks terrible. Like, why does she look like that? Like, why does my character's face look all warped? But the thing is, you kind of have this idea in your head that, oh, this doesn't really look exactly right, but you can't put your finger on it because your motor skills aren't there yet, and that's where practice comes into play. You have to practice to get your technical skills and your mental skills up to par with one another, and then you can actually break this barrier and go shooting up, and you have like a major improvement spike. And then afterwards, once that spike's over, you kind of flatline. It's kind of just like a cycle that you have to go through as an artist, and it's really frustrating. It really is frustrating, and having all this backlash can be awful, and it can really hurt you. So now that I've done enough yapping about the artistic journey, I think I should talk about how you guys were treating people in the comment section, because that is not okay. Like I said before about the My Little Pony redesigns, you guys really need to chill out. Like, other people's art does not affect you in the slightest. Oh yeah, by the way, when I'm saying you in this, I kind of mean the people leaving comments. I don't mean you, the viewer. Just clearing that up, okay? But yeah, you need to realize that, like, saying these bad things online, they are a fleeting moment for you. You just leave a bad comment in a comment section, you scroll, and you never think about it ever again. But that comment for someone could really affect the person viewing it about their art, and they could really have a downward spiral. And I heard people being like, oh, we made Cassie quit in 12 hours. That is not something to be proud of. That is horrible. And you should feel bad for that, because if you're feeding into this kind of like, I'm gonna put this exactly how it is, this bullying, then you are a terrible person. You are a terrible person. I do not care if it is online, because you still went out of your way to make that person feel bad. And even though it doesn't affect you, because it's online and you think there are no consequences, they have to deal with the aftermath and feeling like doo-doo about themselves. Like, guys, our community, we are supposed to be lifting each other up. We were amazing for so many years, but I think COVID in 2020 taught so many people that they could say whatever they wanted to online and get away with it because it's online and they don't see the person, so they don't really care, and their moral compass goes out the freaking window, apparently. You know, after this whole aftermath with the My Little Pony redesigns, I thought we were over art lore. I thought it would never come back. But, you know, we can never escape. Ever since the freaking rendering process thing, we can never escape this absolute BS, okay? Can't we just be nice to each other? Can't we just do that? Does it really hurt you? Or if you can't be nice, why don't you just scroll or press not interested? It's not that hard, and it's honestly probably better for your mental health, and obviously better for the person who's receiving these hate comments. Because honestly, you guys need to stop. It's, ugh. Makes me feel terrible, guys. because if I had gotten those comments when I was trying to improve my art, I would have gone crazy, and I don't think I would have continued drawing. Because a big thing that I liked about my community back then is that everyone seemed to be so supportive, and whenever I had like kind of the hate comment, it was kind of a one-off so I could laugh it off. But when you are coming in masses and hating on a person, it is really hard to get over that, especially if it is a landslide of hate, because then you feel like it's almost true, which it's not. A message to Cassie: people are just very, very insecure about themselves, and they enjoy being mean to others on the internet to project their insecurities. So don't take any of this personally. It's definitely easier said than done, but hey, do not let anyone dictate your art journey for you, and if you are proud of that piece, I genuinely support you because it is amazing and you are trying something new, and that is something you should be so proud of. And to anyone who is afraid to post their art online of backlash, don't have any fear, and if you get hate like that, literally just don't think about it. Turn off the comments and just post what you want. Maybe post to friends only, because having just a small community of support is great. But when this kind of turns sour, it can be really dangerous. Social media is like that. But just know that no matter what your art looks like now, if you continue practicing and you keep up your passion, you will improve and you will be so proud of yourself down the line. And here are just all my 4 pictures that I drew during this video all together, and it's just to show kind of my art journey. And remember, yours is not going to look like this. Nobody's art journey is the same, and you need to remember that not every piece that you make is going to be your best masterpiece, okay? So you need to take everything as a stepping stool and move forward from that. And yeah, that's all I have to say about this drama. If you want to make some more comments about what I said in the comment section below, go ahead. I would love to hear your opinions on this. And everyone, if you're here already, go show Cassypillar some love. I think they really deserve it, and their art is really amazing, so go check them out as an artist as well. And yeah, with that, have a really good rest of your day, and please, if you're in the art community and you are online, just be a little bit more positive and supportive. It doesn't hurt to do that, and I promise you, it will make you feel better about yourself. And if you made it this far in the video, maybe consider liking and subscribing to my channel. I usually do redesign content, so if you want to see any of that and my art, go check out my channel. But you don't have to, of course. And with that, I'll see you next time. Bye!